This is the Isle of Souls. My ultimate Iron Man has been living here for some time now. It's a little lonely, but it's peaceful, and for the last 10 months, it's been my home. I set out on a journey to achieve everything I possibly can here, in the most difficult game mode in old school RuneScape. This is Boy Soul. Maybe it's the first time you've come across this account, and that's cool. Welcome. With a new perspective on the island, I've decided this is a new beginning. We've got new goals, a whole new direction of what completing the island is, and I've never been more motivated to work on this account. This is my Isle of Souls locked Ultimate Iron Man. Okay, let's get into it. I feel like we need a recap to catch everyone up with the account so far. I want you all to be able to start with this video and not need to watch through my older videos for context. So if you're already up to date and don't care about the recap, then skip to the time on screen now. But for those of you who want to see the story so far, this is it. I started the account in February 2021 with the aim of progressing my UIM as far as possible without leaving the Isle of Souls. I allowed myself the exceptions of level 28 thieving to access the dungeon chest and 32 quest points so that I could bring an anti-dragon shield onto the island. I also bought a house and picked up a saw so that construction could be trained, and once I hit level 53 hunter, I allowed myself to complete Eagle's Peak so that I could catch chinchompers. On the island, I trained combat on chickens, then Forgotten Souls, and then moss giants. I fished in the ocean, cooked on an open fire, and smithed my own tools to forge my way. I stepped into PvP by playing Soul Wars and picked up an ectoplasmator so that I could train prayer. I also got some incredible gear upgrades from Spoils of War, which included the iconic Dragon Medium Helm. In the cave under the island, I killed fire giants who gave me my deadly rune scimitar. I repaired the damaged pottery and spinning wheels on the isle, and that allowed me to train crafting. I then began my hunter grind. With my sights set on the gear that can be gained from Implings of all tiers, I set out for level 93 having nothing but birds and chinchompers to catch. Taking a break at level 85, I hunted down some Implings for new boots, gloves, an amulet, and a fancy new shield. And this brings us to right now. The stats we're starting out with this episode are now on the screen for you to look at, and we still have so much work to do. So we're gonna get started by finishing off our grind for level 93 Hunter. By the way, if you enjoy my content and you want to see more, then please hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. The videos in this series take an insane amount of time to make, so I would really appreciate the support. So here we are. We currently have level 85 Hunter, which is about halfway to 93. Once we hit that level, we'll be able to catch all tiers of Impling up to Dragon, which means we can get the best in slot amulet for the Isle of Souls, which is the glory. So let's catch some chins. And here we go, the first level of the video coming right up. 86 Hunter, fantastic. And there's level 87, 88, 89 Hunter. Feels good, feels good. That one took a long time to go through. And we need another 2,541 chinchompers until we hit level 90. So let's continue, shall we? $90 Hunter on the Isle of Souls locked account. Level 91. Well, it's not a level, but I think this is a pretty big milestone. 30,000 chinchompers on the Isle of Souls locked Ultimate Iron Man. And there's level 92. One more level to go, and then we can finally move on to something else. Well, this is it. The last one. Here he goes. Can't believe it's about to happen. Are we ready? Are we ready for this? Let's do it. At long last, it's finally happened. 93 Hunter has been achieved on the Isle of Souls locked Ultimate Iron Man. It took me burning out and coming back again after a months long break, but it's finally done. And we can catch Dragon Implings barehanded now. That is huge. That is everything that I dreamed of when I started out this grind so long ago. Man, it feels so good knowing this grind is over and done with. 35,471 chin chompers later, and we can finally move on. Before we do though, I guess it's time for me to address some things. I know you've just watched a recap and I've done a lot of explaining in the last 5 minutes, but you're probably still wondering, what are we doing here? What's the end goal for this account? Well, we're going to complete the Isle of Souls. And by that, I mean that we're going to be obtaining every single piece of best in slot gear that is possible and completing the Soul Wars collection log. I've put a graphic up on screen that shows the items we'll need to complete our goals and some of the skilling challenges that we're going to need to get through along the way. The grind for level 93 Hunter was pretty slow, as I only had great chins to catch all the way from level 53 to 93, but that is honestly just the beginning. That's going to end up actually being one of the shorter grinds that we have to get through, so if you like seeing people grind slow and obscure training methods for hundreds or potentially even thousands of hours, then you're in for a treat. For now though, we're going to cash out our brand new Hunter level and start hunting some Implings. Alright, we have over 35,000 chin chompers to use up, but before we do, I'm going to be spending some time with the Implings that spawn around the teak tree spot to the north of the isle. I figure as we don't really have any decent range gear at the moment, and as some of the items that we're going to be getting from Implings will give us a range bonus, we might as well do this before we use up the chins. There's only one spawn location, so scouting is as simple as hopping worlds around this area. So we're looking for red spiky d'hide vambraces from Eclectics, the Ring of Life from Magpies, the Rune Chain Body from Ninjas, and of course the Amulet of Glory from Dragon Implings. Okay, we've got a ninja just over here. He isn't playing kind. I really hope he doesn't despawn. We're going to have to snare him. Come on, let's see that chain body. Oh, prayer potions. It's not what we need, but I'm going to keep hold of these. Oh my god, boys. Oh my god. We've got a Dragon Impling. We've got one. Come on, give me that glory. Give me that glory. It's the first one of the account. What's it going to be? DDSs. The worst part about this is that we can't even wield them. Damn, that was exciting, but unfortunately, we did not get any useful loot there. We've got another one. Let's snare it up. Let's grab it. Come on. Come on, let's see those glories. Come on. It's a Dragonstone Amulet. Yes, yes, that's just as good as a glory. We basically got a glory. Oh, this is what it was all for. Months of grinding, burning out, taking a break, coming back, realizing that anything is possible. We'll need to enchant it, and that requires 68 magic, so we're going to need to do a little bit of magic training, but we got it. So even though we already got the glory, or at least the amulet that we're going to enchant into one, we still need a few more items from Implings before we can move on, and we're not going to stop until we've got them all. So let's keep going. Looks like we've got an eclectic. Oh shit, an adamant kite shield. I didn't even know that was on the table. That's pretty cool. Oh, and straight afterwards we've got a ninja. Come on. Rune chain. Yes, that's huge. That's so good. That actually is a best in slot item. Oh my god, we've been wearing the steel plate body for like as long as I can remember now. It's kind of become a little bit iconic. Oh, and there's an eclectic over here. Let's see if we can get some vambraces. Come on. Ah, never lucky, never lucky. Anyway, boys and girls, we're going to put this rune chain body on, and it's going to feel so good. Here we go. We've got another eclectic right here. Maybe he's going to give us the vams. He is not. Eclectic and a bit of gold ore. And there's a magpie over here. Come on, Ring of Life. There it is. Oh my god. You know, you ask and you receive. Wow, okay, let's go and unnote these. Well, that's the Ring of Life unnoted and wielded in our equipment slot. That is fantastic. The only thing that we're missing from Implings now is the vambraces from Eclectics. Come on, let's see those vambraces. Curry leaf as well. What is this? We're getting so many curry leaves. It's like a curse. Curry leaf again. Oh my god. Oh baby, I can feel it. This guy has got the vams. Let's have a look. Unicorn horn. Okay, I found another Dragon Impling. It's just over here. Let's see, can we get some glories or just something interesting from it? Come on. Oh damn. Mystic Road Bottom, okay. So this could potentially be pretty good. I'm going to keep hold of that because if we don't get actual pre-enchanted glories from Dragon Imps before we get the Vambraces from the Eclectics, then the additional magic damage is going to help us level up to 68 a little bit faster. Alright, I'm getting sick of getting curry leaves from these Implings, so if I could have the Vambraces, that'd be great, thank you. No? Okay. Well, we've got two right next to each other. Let's go for the Eclectic first, because that's more important. Okay, never mind. Anything good from the Magpie? A Rune Warhammer. Wow. Okay, I mean, you know, it's got pretty good crush bonus. Let's crush this unicorn. And yet another one trapped behind this bloody tree. Let's go and wait for him. Okay. Anything good from the Eclectic? There they are. There they are. Red spiky Vambraces. I can't believe it. We're actually finished with Implings. Yeah, it would have been nice to get glories instead of Dragonstone amulets from the Dragon Implings, but it's okay. Let's pop these bad boys on. God, look at that. Plus 11 range bonus for attack. We can't even wear them. We need 60 range. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to be keeping these in the inventory for now. So I was hunting Implings for around 2 weeks to get all of this gear. The fact that there's only one spawn point for Implings available to me meant that I pretty much had the lowest possible chance of getting the gear that I was looking for. But we got there in the end, and now we've got a new goal. We need to train to 68 magic to enchant our Dragonstone amulet. To do that, we're going to need runes, and the best way we can get decent ones is from Soul Wars. Unfortunately, as we can't take non-combat items into the minigame, we need to death pile in order to play, but doing that would very easily lose us our Chinchompers. And I know that we could make use of a table to put them down, but then they'd become visible after 2 minutes, and I really don't fancy losing 35,000 of them. So before we start the magic grind, we're going to use up all of our fluffy little chins. I've decided to safe spot fire giants, as we're going to be killing a whole lot of them at some point anyway, so we might as well get a start here. They also drop big bones, which is prayer XP. So we're going to be going in with this gear because we want to remove everything that gives us negative range bonus, which is most of the gear that we can wear at the moment. We should be getting some decent range levels from this. After all, we do have over 35,000 of these bad boys. So hopefully by the time we're done using them, we'll have 60 to wear our red spiky Vambraces, and we'll definitely have 50 to wear the blue D-high chaps. Boy, it's been a while since we've been in here. Hey, and level 46 range coming in as well. The first range level of the grind. Fantastic. You also might notice my trash pile over here. These guys drop a lot of stuff that I will pick up, process, and then drop, such as herbs, and things like uncaught gems, as we just got right here. Now, if I was just to drop them or leave them here, I do run about in this little corridor quite a while, and it's kind of annoying to have to pick things up and drop them down again. So I've got this little trash pile, so I can drop stuff over here, where I won't ever really touch it, and then we can get right back into our safe spotting. And look at that, we're coming in with level 50 range, which is pretty significant because we can finally wear our blue D-hide chaps, and they're going to give us a plus 11 range bonus compared to what we're wearing right now, and hopefully increase our DPS with these little fluffy boys. I'm also thinking about these split bark gauntlets. We got them from Implings earlier, and I've been holding on to them, but I just don't think it's worth the inventory slot, so we're going to throw them in the trash. We just hit level 59 range, and that's brought us up to the ultra clean looking 1000 total level. Something that's been a pretty long time coming on this account. And there it is, level 60 range. That feels so good. We can finally wear our spiky red Vambraces. Let's pop those on. And they're going to provide us with an additional plus 10 boost to our range damage. Oh, look at them there on our hands. You can just see them spiking out the back there. Absolutely beautiful. Still around 6,000 chins left to use, so let's get rid of them all and just see what level we end up with. Well, it looks like this is going to be the last giant that we kill with Chinchompers. Goodbye to my final Chinchomper. Although we no longer have any chins, what we do have is opportunity. We're now able to confidently death pile, and we can train some construction, which coincidentally is exactly what we're going to be doing next. I've been thinking about my inventory during the Chinchomper massacre, and I really have no good reason to keep hold of my saw, as I can easily train to level 15 construction and build a tool storage, and that's going to give me unlimited saws every time I visit my house. So it's just a no-brainer really. It's going to save us an inventory slot, which is very valuable to me right now. And just to make clear the rules for death piling and construction, even though these actions technically force me to leave the Isle of Souls, I am allowed to do them as long as I don't ever step off the tile that I land on, and I teleport back to the Isle of Souls as soon as is physically possible. It would be impossible to do construction or play Soul Wars without allowing this, so it's something that we just need to be okay with. I promise we are going to start that magic training. We're just going to take a quick detour. Okay, the beautiful, beautiful death pile. So we're going to want to take pretty much all of our gear just so that we can wear it and keep it safe, just in case we do end up with a DC, which I really hope doesn't happen. I'm also going to take a couple of things that I desperately do not want to lose, such as the Dragonstone amulets, as they could be so difficult to get back from those Dragon Implings. There's no place like home, and look at this place. So into build mode we go. Might as well build ourselves a little table to go into the kitchen. And level 13 construction achieved. Fantastic. We can now build a rug. 2 more levels to go. I think we're just going to build and remove this table over and over again. And there is level 15 construction. We can now build a house that is 4 rooms wide and long. How nice. But more importantly, we can build a workshop. So we're just a couple of steps away from getting that bloody beautiful inventory space. Okay, so we can build a workshop for 10,000 GP. I think this will do just nicely. And on the wall space, we can build ourselves a tool store 1. For 120 XP and level 16 construction. Oh, it didn't even work. Okay, let's try again. I already have a tool store here. Why is it not showing up? Oh, it's there. Okay, cool. That was weird. If we search these tools, we can grab a saw, a hammer, a chisel, or some shears. So we are basically sorted now. We can drop this as soon as we're finished training our construction. We are going to get ourselves a couple more levels though, because we might as well make use of these planks while we've got them. And here are the last 2 planks, finishing us off at a wonderfully clean level 20 construction. Very nice. So we're done with construction for a little bit, and more importantly, we can drop our saw on the floor. Goodbye saw, my friends. We also don't need the hammer, and we don't need these nails for the time being either, so that's pretty nice. We've got 7 entire spaces left that we can use. Absolutely fantastic. Now looking at the items that we've got in here, we can also drop at least 1 more item out of here, and that is our stack of fire runes, as we've got a fire battle staff, so we really don't need to have both. Also, thinking about it, I think we probably need to drop the lobsters as well. They are nice to have, but we've got loads of swordfish, and we're going to start doing Soul Wars again pretty soon, so we're not going to need them because we're going to be getting so many swordfish and even sharks. So the next thing we want to get done is that we want to get these Dragonstone amulets enchanted. So that's going to require 68 magic. We currently have level 58, and I'd like to train it using combat magics. The best spells that we can use for that are going to use Death and Blood runes, which we can get from Soul Wars. But before we do start hustling there though, I have some stuff IRL to do, so we're going to AFK the Forgotten Souls for a while. They drop Mind runes as well as a whole load of Elemental runes, so we'll see how many we can collect there first. Hey, so during my downtime today, I got myself an EXP random. Now this Book of Knowledge is pretty important because it's going to reveal to you something. So let's quickly give that a read and pop that into Slayer, awarding us 15 Slayer experience and level 2 in the skill. Now throughout the entire account, I've never really known exactly what I should be using my XP randoms on because there wasn't anything that I really wanted to do on the account that required them. As you know, the exception for level 28 thieving was made at the beginning of the account, allowing us to use the chest in the dungeon, and the initial goals for the series didn't require me to kill the Pyre Fiends at the top of the island. However, as you know, as you're watching the video, you saw the intro, we are going to be completing the Isle of Souls, and that means that we need some steel boots from those guys. So from this point forward, we are going to be placing all random XP into Slayer all the way until level 30, and at that point we can finally get the best in slot boots on the island. Okay, so we've been fighting these Forgotten Souls AFK for quite a long time now, and we've gotten ourselves a good few casts of Fire Strike with a lot of air and mind runes collected, which, you know, that's pretty nice. And we've also managed to bring our cash stack up to over 3 mil just from alking all of the battle staffs that these guys drop for us. But I'm getting a little bit impatient with this now because I'd really like to start wearing this Dragonstone amulet as an amulet of glory. I mean, look at it, it's just mocking me there in my inventory. So we're going to go ahead and use up all of these casts just to see what kind of level we end up with from there. Keep in mind we're still only level 60 magic at the moment, so we aren't going to be hitting 68 just from those runes. But then once we finish, we're going to have a nice hefty chunk of Soul Wars, and we're going to hope for blood runes, death runes, chaos runes, anything that we can get in bulk from the minigame. Let's go, boys. We've got our sick mage gear on, and yeah, we're going to be chilling here for a little while. Oh my god, a curved bone, look at that. What's that, 1 in 5,000? Well, I think I'm going to have to trigger a lot of you guys in the audience right now. Are you ready for this? 15 prayer experience. Feels good, guys, feels good. Well, unfortunately, I missed the actual genie turning up and handing over this lamp, but we're about to get another Slayer level. I feel like every single level that we get just from lamping is like a huge achievement, but here we go. Slayer level 3 has been achieved. Look at that, absolutely amazing. We are 27 levels away from our goal. Hey, and there's level 62 magic. We are running pretty low on runes now though, so I don't see us getting another level before doing some Soul Wars, so let's just see how far through this next level we can get. And there goes the last of the runes. So it's time to finally move on and actually play a little bit of Soul Wars. I'll be doing an absolutely monumental Soul Wars grind in an upcoming video, so I won't go into much detail about the minigame itself here, but we spent a bit of time there and earned some zeal, which we're going to trade in for Spoils of War, and they are hopefully going to give us the runes that we need to get that magic level. Right then, let's just open up all 4 of these and just see the loot. Hoping for runes, that's the main thing we want. Hey, death runes, that's what we are looking for, fantastic. Even more death runes, absolutely poggers. Anything else? Nothing really, but some swordfish, kind of useful, pretty nice, very good, let's go. Okay, 2 more Spoils of War, what's inside? Oh, nature runes actually we are going to be keeping a hold of, that's pretty nice right there. And blood runes too, definitely useful, definitely real nice. Okay, 2 more spoils, let's take a look inside. DDS, some arrows, some bolts, okay. And in the next one we have some coal, a rune full helm, some sharks, and you also have a funny feeling like you're being followed. What the hell? That wasn't supposed to happen so early. I mean, I can't believe it. I'm actually super happy about this, but oh dear, that really throws a spanner in the works. So we need to talk about what just happened. We just got the Soul Wars pet. I really didn't expect it to happen at this point, and us getting it right now kind of changes things. As you know, we've been working towards 68 magic so that we can enchant our glory, but we just lost our ability to do Soul Wars, and that means we're going to have a real hard time getting high level runes. The reason that Lil Creator over here causes this problem is that I can't take any non-combat items into the minigame, and that includes pets. To get around this, I have been making death piles, which allows us to empty our inventory and get right in there. Unfortunately, now that we have our cuddly friend with us, if we die, he dies. We can't insure him as we can't leave the island to visit Ardoin, so we would lose him forever if we death piled. And as the Soul Wars pet is one of the endgame goals for this account, I really don't want to do that. There is a solution to this problem, however, and that is our player-owned house. If we can train to level 37 construction, we can build an oak pet house. This is going to let our adorable little friend here live there safe and sound, and that's going to let us die all we need without endangering his precious existence. There's a regular plank spawn on the island, giving us our only reliable construction training method, and we'll need to process 790 of them for the level. However, with our inventory as full as it is right now, that is going to take one hell of a long time. So before we start, we're going to empty out as many spaces as possible. Okay, so to start off with, we are going to use up all of our blood runes and death runes that we got from Soul Wars just now. There isn't really that many of them, so I don't expect it to take too long. Hopefully it will get us a level or two in magic, and that'll make the grind a little bit easier when we do get back to it. I'm also going to go ahead and drop some of my noted items. It's going to be sad to see them go because they have been a staple of my inventory for so long, but we're going to be starting off with our prayer potions. I know that I was pretty happy to get them, but they just don't really have that much of a use, and by the time we actually do end up fighting the dragons, I plan on having the herblore level to actually make them ourselves anyway. And for the sake of 4 3-dose prayer potions, I would just rather have the inventory space. So goodbye prayer potions. We're also going to go ahead and drop all of our coal right now as well, because while we are going to be collecting a lot of coal at some point down the line on the account, 1,296 of it is literally just going to be a drop in the bucket, and once again the inventory space is more important. We're also going to drop our vials of water because while we are going to go for herblore at some point on the account and they are quite useful, it really didn't take that long at all to collect these guys, and I'm in it for the long haul with this account, so I've got no problem with getting these again. So those 3 stacks are just going to be left on the floor to despawn. It was nice knowing you guys, but we're just going to have to part ways for now. We've got to be extra careful now to not misclick and AFK outside of our safe spot, because I would absolutely be so upset if we died with this guy in the inventory. Damn, these higher level spells really do give way better XP. There's 63 magic coming in. Feels good, guys. Feels good. Okay, well, there pretty much go the last of the runes. We might as well use these last 2 chaos runes up, just get a little bit, you know, squeeze the last bit of XP that we can out of them. Okay, so we've spent a bit of time emptying out the inventory, so we have as many spaces for planks as possible. I've also made a good number of nails as well, as we're going to be needing those to train with regular planks. The method we'll be using to train is to hop worlds while collecting planks from this one spot on the island here. We will then go into the house and build for XP, and then teleport back to the island using the minigame teleport. We're then going to need to wait around 15 minutes for the teleport timer to run down, and then we can repeat the process. On any normal account, this would be a super fast process, but for me, it's going to take days. In order to actually build the pet house when we get the level, we're going to need 4 oak planks. So I've decided that while we wait for our minigame timer to count down, I'm going to hunt Implings. 4 noted oak planks are a pretty common drop from young Implings, so hopefully we can get them early and not have to worry about RNG when we hit that construction level. Okay, we got a young Impling. Any planks? Nope, steel nails, never mind. Oh, another Impling, come on. Give me your planks. A singular piece of pure essence, bloody hell. Come on. Ah, a steel full helm, okay. That's kind of a weird one to get. Oh, and on the actual Impling, when we get the planks that we need, I missed the record button. I literally was sat there smashing the button next to the record button, but whatever, it's okay. We just got 4 oak planks from an eclectic Impling, and that is actually all of the oak planks that we're going to need. So now we can just simply focus on getting that construction level. We're sitting at 26 at the moment, so 11 left to go. It is a new day. It's early in the morning, I've got my cup of tea, and we are running along to collect some planks. And there's level 30 construction coming in from a beautifully crafted rocking chair. Wow, so at long last, the what would normally be very small grind, but for me has taken just such a long time. Grind is about to come to an end. So we will just quickly build ourselves one final rocking chair in the lovely living room in our player-owned house. And there we go. Level 37 construction. We can now build a menagerie, which means that our fluffy little friend, our little creator over here, has got a place to live. How nice. How nice for him. So I think we're going to build that right over here into the door spot. And I'm going to give him an indoor menagerie because, you know, he looks kind of like a little person. I think he'd like a place to live. I think he'd like to stay indoors, keep out of the rain, you know. Okay, so if we just head into our lovely newly built menagerie and just build on the pet house space, we can build ourselves a nice little oak house right here. And look at that. What a beautiful place to live. You know, I think that our little creator over here is gonna like it. So I think that if we just use him on the oak house, he's gone. So I guess that means that he's now stored in there. Awesome. Let's just come out of building mode and have a look and see if he's wandering about. Oh, there he is. He's just chilling, you know? He's just hanging out. I'm just really happy that this grind's finished with. Not one that I was expecting to do. I did not expect to get the pet this early. Like, I'm so stoked that we got it. This grind was honestly such a bore to get done. Like, we were basically standing around doing nothing. I know that we were imp hunting for a little while in between construction trips, but as soon as I got those 4 oak planks, I didn't really need anything else from them. So we just ended up waiting around for like 20 minutes every time we did a trip. Probably a 20 or 30 hour grind, honestly. I don't really know exactly how long it took because I did spend a lot of time on Netflix and YouTube while I was doing this grind, not really paying attention as the clock ticked down. But anyway, little creator's happy. He's gonna have a good life here. And I'm really happy that we can get back on with our magic grind. We've only got 5 more levels to go. And now that we can do Soul Wars again, it is hopefully not going to take long at all. Well, now that our fluffy little friend is safe and sound in the house, living his best life, it is time for us to get back on with our grinds. And we have got some absolutely monumental grinds coming up on the account. Seriously, the biggest, longest, most intense grinds that I personally have ever done are going to be coming up on this account, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in the next episode. This has been a weird video for me. I spent around 7 months collecting footage, and because of that, it felt like I had a lot to cover. I've achieved goals that seemed impossible to me before, and we're well on our way to the end goal of the account. Moving forward, each episode will focus around one primary goal and everything that we need to do to achieve it. I would like to say that due to the insanity of the grinds that are coming, new episodes in this series will take a while to make, so I'm asking for your patience, but I really think it will be worth the wait. If you want to make sure you don't miss the next video, then drop me a subscription, and if you've enjoyed the video, then a like really goes a long way to help me out too. If you want to get a little bit more content out of me between videos, then you can follow me on Twitch, where I'll be streaming my upcoming grinds. The link to that is down in the description below. Lastly, before we go, I want to say thank you to my friends who encouraged me to keep going when I felt burnt out, reached out to me when I was feeling down, and of course helped with the production of this video. So a huge shout out to X-Rakeen, Good Grief, Flo the UIM, Stumpy EK, and Dr. Hilarious PhD. Thank you all so much. I've left links to all of their channels down below as well. And of course, if you, the viewer, have made it to the end of the video, then a massive thank you to you as well. I love you, you're special to me, and you're irreplaceable. I'll see you all next time on the Isle of Souls Locked Ultimate Iron Man.